now we are doing third problem of today's contest, Leetcode Biweekly Contest 94. Today's date is 24/12/22, right? So now in this question you have been given, basically you need to create two arrays A1 and A2, and you have been given four numbers D1, D2, U1, U2. D1 is divisor 1, D2 is divisor 2, U1 is unique count 1 and unique count 2. Basically your A1 array 1 should contain these many elements like unique count 1 number of elements, and your array 2 should contains unique count number 2, yani ki 3 elements. And divisor 1 means your array 1 element should not be divisible by divisor 1. Okay, and yeah, all should be distinct positive integer and should not be divisible by this one divisor 1, and all elements in the array 2 should be distinct and should not be divisible by this divisor 2. And then you need to return what is the minimum possible maximum integer that can be present in either array. So मैं कुछ integers लूंगा, मैं दोनों array में fill करना start करूंगा. What is the maximum integer that we required, right? अगर मैं 1 से भरना स्टार्ट करूं, what is the maximum number, ये कहां तक जा पाता है, उसका मिनिमम लेना है. मतलब what is the minimum that number, like in this case minimum is 4, because you cannot satisfy all the constraint using 3 1 2 3, because like उसमें तो आपकी यही कम पूरे नहीं होंगे, like unique 1 plus unique 2 numbers at least as at least which you want, right? So yeah, for this basically, yeah, देखो, the simple point is whenever this logic comes, minimum possible maximum wala logic, you have to apply binary search. This is the basic standard problem, like when you have to find a minimum of the minimum possible value of some maximum number, so then you apply binary search. So first of all, let's do that. Int l is equal to 1 and h is equal to 1e9, or int max, let's say take int max. And then you have to let's take it ll, because int max is obviously uh, I think we can do with int also. If not, then we'll take that. Okay, int max, and then your basically while while l is less than equal to r, you will find your, you know, int m is equal to, you can find it like this. How? L plus h minus l upon 2. uh yeah, in this way you can find it in a good way. And then you have to see if your good m is good, right? If m is such a number which can satisfy all your constraint, you will say okay, I found a good number, right? I found a result is equal to minimum of result comma m. Otherwise what you will do, आप अपने high value को छोटा कर देंगे, like okay, over here high and over here h, right? And h should be equal to m minus 1. You will try for smaller numbers whether it's possible or not. Otherwise आप अपने left side move करेंगे, sorry, left side को move करेंगे, or you'll try for bigger numbers. That's what we do in binary search, right? The only thing about this problem is how to find this good function, right? Um that is the whole thing. But and that's not too difficult also. Let's create a good function. So first step was to realize that this has to be done by using binary search. Now the second step is the correct implementation of good function. Let's say what is the good function. It will take a number n and say whether it can satisfy all our constraints or not, which constraints we are passing d1 d2 and u1 u2. Now it's simple, like for a number to satisfy these constraints, like to have, you know, unique count these many numbers, okay? So first of all, this number should be greater than this number. Also, it should not contains all the divisor of this number. So let's find out whether this number n, how many divisor of, you know, d1 the number have upon d1. That is the number of divisor n have, okay, of d1, number of divisor of d1. That basically d1 के कितने multiple हो सकते हैं in the range of n, that's a1. a2 is d2 के कितने multiple possible in the range n, right? And then let's find a3. Basically a3 is a good stuff which you have to look out. कि देखो सबसे पहले will say कि return your n minus में what, minus में a1 should be greater than equal to u1. इसका मतलब क्या है, that your current number n which you are saying कि is satisfying all the constraint, जब इसमें से मैं a1 numbers exclude कर दूं, which is basically you have to exclude because you can't take divisors of this, so all the sorry, not divisor but multiple sorry, so all the multiples of this जब मैंने इसमें से exclude कर दिए, तो number of elements should be greater than the required or equal to the required elements u1. And similarly for the second case also, n minus a2 जब मैंने इसमें से delete कर दिया, that should be greater than equal to number elements required ऑल्सो द थर्ड कंडीशन इज बेसिकली फॉर जीसीडी यार, क्योंकि जो जीसीडी है ना इन दोनों का, जैसे 2 and 7 का जीसीडी 14 होता है, यू कांट इवन टेक द numbers which are multiple of your GCD, right? So first let's find GCD and the numbers which are multiple of GCD. N upon में long basically you have to write, and then over here you can write d1 into d2 upon में something like underscore of G. Oh, I said GCD क्या LCM basically 7 और 2 का LCM होता है 14 and you can't take the multiples of 14. So currently I'm calculating the LCM d1 comma d2. Now you will do it like this and your जो n है minus में the number which you can't take GCD वाले, it should be greater than equal to total numbers which you wanted to take, because TCD के number cannot be present in U1, also cannot be, neither it can be present in array 1, neither it can be present in array 2. So basically the total numbers minus GCD should always be greater than U1 plus U2, and these many numbers should these many A2 numbers पे क्या constraint है that it cannot occur in U2 वाला, second वाला array, but A1 numbers पे क्या constraint है, it cannot occur in first वाला array, but A1 आपके second array में आ सकता है, और basically A2 elements जो ये हैं वो आपके first array में fit हो सकते हैं, right? But these basically GCD के multiples can neither present in U1 or U2. So that's why over this condition over here, n upon में this long. Okay, I think it should satisfy the constraint. Let's see what d2 int d2. Oh, sorry, int and int and int and you have to pass over here also कि d1 मैंने pass करा, मैंने d2 pass करा, मैंने u1 pass करा, मैंने u2 pass करा, and you can create it d1 d2 u1 and u2. So this is about this problem. So first of all you have to apply LL is not defined. Okay, because this number can go beyond the range now, I have to take LL over this. So दो तीन तरीके हैं, using LL is equal to long, that's what we can use. Let's see, let's try to sum it. So first is basically applying, okay, signed overflow in multiplication GCD में I think है ना यहाँ पे, so that's why I'm taking LL now. Should I write LL over here also? Let's take this test case and run it against this test case. Let's take LL everywhere.
बस फिर तो मेरा सूट रखने की जरूरत नहीं, तो यही पहन के रखूंगी, हैं? बाबा का वाला पहन जाऊंगी। ये थोड़ा
It's running now.
मोटा है बाबा का।
Brackets only. Okay, accepted. So yeah, that's about it. First of all, step is basically applying a binary search. Then this good condition, how you are basically, yeah, your how many numbers can appear in your u1 n minus a1 only, because a1 elements cannot appear in u1, so this should be greater than u1. N minus a2, all the divisors of second number should be greater than u2, and n minus the divisor of divisors of LCM should be greater than the total number of elements, right? Okay guys, that's about it. Bye.